Please hit the like and subscribe, okay?
So I came on Biggest Problem in the Universe when we were at Hackamania Friday night of the event. So Vito did a thing. He goes, Carl, stay up on stage after I presented my problem. Stay up here. I want to show you something. He had reached out to one Aaron Imholte, who, of course, this was a big event for Steel Toe because we had this little piggy with Nick Ricada and Paul Shea both on the show and revealing some information that was pretty wild, pretty depressing, actually, but also hilarious when you realize that Aaron's just a piece of shit and deserves all of this. But we were not ready for this. Here comes Aaron up on the big screen, ready to roast us all. And this is what he sent in. Have you seen this yet, Adam?
No, I don't think I have.
All right. This will be exciting. I guess this is his old intro, or maybe it's his new intro. I don't know.
Oh my God! Hey, hi, Hackamania. How you guys doing? Go ahead. No, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
All right, so right out of the gate, he's just like, wow, this is a big surprise. Everyone's going to get a big pop. Everyone's going to be going nuts for this. I don't know what reaction he's expecting to have happen here, but it is smart to give this some space and, you know, let people yell things out or whatever before you start your hilarious roast.
I heard women were just ripping their shirts off.
Oh, no.
No?
No, that wasn't the case at all. Although Mary Beth would have, she would have won the fucking butter eating contest.
You gotta let it go.
I won't. I can't.
You know, I have to say, if anyone else would have asked me to be here, I wouldn't have done it. But it turns out that Vito and I are both part of the same file sharing group, and he threatened to expose me. So here I am. I hope you guys...
All right, a little self-deprecating humor to start off. Very good. We're off to a good start here.
Guys are having a great time. I bet you I'm the last guy you expected to see.
We actually saw a lot of you this weekend.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah.
I mean, what an event. You guys are in Las Vegas, pretending that you go outside often. I love it. Who's all out there? I think Patrick's got to be there, right? Patrick Mel. You know, I brought a gift. I brought a gift for everybody there, and I brought a gift for Patrick Melton. Would you guys like to see the gift that I brought for Patrick? I brought family pictures that nobody has seen before today. Now,
the way he's acting this out, and I understand it's a tough spot to be like, this is going to be played in front of a live audience. And so this is how he's practicing this in front of the mirror for the roast, where he's just like, all right, hold for applause. All right. People are going to be kind of, all right, guys, I know it's crazy what you're about to see right here. Oh, he's doing the whole thing. He's always in broadcaster mode, but this is somehow more obnoxious than usual.
I brought family pictures that nobody has seen before today. Now, I didn't ask Patrick for permission before I did this, but I wanted it to be a surprise. Vito didn't tell anybody either. I have family photos. You know what? Let's just take a look at them. The first one I have is of Patrick Melton's wife, the love of his life. You know, a lot of people call Patrick terrible names, morbidly obese, dead before 50,
Is that a name, dead before 50?
I don't know what he's talking about.
A lot of people call him names morbidly obese, dead before 50. It's not well written so far, but all right, I'll give him he's building up to something.
The love of his life. You know, a lot of people call Patrick terrible names, morbidly obese, dead before 50, pedophile. I'm not saying they're untrue. I'm just saying people say that. But there's another side to Patrick, and that other side is his family, and it starts with his beautiful wife. Can we just put the picture up there of Patrick's wife, please? There she is. Oh, goo goo gaga indeed. That's, look.
So a lot of people didn't get this joke. I did because I know what Aaron's angle is here. But I think it was like Dick Masterson was just like, is that a baby picture of Melton's wife?
Right.
It's like, no. The joke is that he's a PDF file, so he would marry a baby, because that's what PDF files do. They marry babies.
It is a good-looking baby. I mean, come on.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm feeling violent. Like, I'm starting to wonder if anybody's ever punched him in the face, and I feel like it hasn't happened, and it needs to.
Oh, there's a video of his boxing matches. Boy, does he get punched in the face.
Oh, good.
Doesn't get out of the first round. So if you want to watch him get punched, and after this video you might want to, we could pull that up.
Oh.
But he's been saying this for quite some time. He's been accusing Patrick of being a guy who's into children or kid diddler or whatever, which is a very serious accusation to make. Mm-hmm. So is this like fun, jokey things to call someone a pedophile? Or is it like a serious accusation that you're letting people know, like, oh, no, this is a scumbag that no one should be associating with? Because this makes it seem like he's having a little bit too much fun with an accusation like that.
And when you actually start providing him with pictures of kids that he knows, what are you doing? What if you're right? Then what are you doing? Have you not learned anything from sending pictures over the internet? Just stop.
Well, hold on a second. You're assuming he knows who this kid is, or someone knows who this kid is? I think it's just a random baby.
But he's implying that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't. What do you mean?
You said he's implying that this is his wife when she was younger?
See, okay, you're not getting the joke either.
Okay, I'm not.
He's saying this is a current photo of Melton's wife. That's how bad this joke is.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now it's even worse.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Much
You're
worse.
accusing him of being that, and then you're sending him exactly what he wants.
But this is why it doesn't work, because it's like this serious thing, because these guys like have this animosity, and it's like, you know, oh well, I have proof that he's a PDF file. We have all this evidence and all this stuff. And then it's like the first joke out of the gate is like he married a toddler.
Yeah.
Typical Aaron. Nothing works.
I even tried to explain it to you, and you still didn't understand. Because Dick did the same thing. He's just like, I don't get it. Is that his wife, or what are we doing here?
There's also certain topics that just don't lend themselves immediately to humor when it's going to be like your first bit. Like, there's a way to talk about dead dogs. I guess that's funny, but even me just saying it now is a real bummer.
Yeah,
like,
probably
you
not.
You don't want to lead with that. Why would you? It just like breaks my heart automatically. I don't need even context. But this guy, he's the expert. He's going to show us how it's done.
He also fucked up comedically there, because he did the rule of threes. People call you a lot of names like morbidly obese, dead before 50, and pedophile. So he's already like established that, and then puts this joke, which is the same joke. Or did he need to explain that he's a PDF file and then show it in order for it to work? Maybe that's what he thought.
Either way, he bogs it down with a lot of words, which you know is the key to a good joke.
The setup took a long time to get there, but let's see what else he's got.
Goo goo gaga indeed. That's look, I don't want to keep her up there for too long. Everybody's got a right to privacy. And plus, I have more. Let's take a look at this one, shall we? I have a never before seen photo of Patrick Melton and his father. That's right. Patrick Melton and his dad. Would you guys like to see it? I bet you would. I bet you would. Put it up there. Patrick Melton and his dad together. Oh.
He doesn't know how to deliver these jokes. Would you guys like to see that? I bet you would. It's got the energy of a clown at a children's party.
Yeah, it felt like that.
You know, he's like, oh, what kind of animal do you think you want me to make? You want a dog? Huh? It's like, dude, all right, man, fucking relax. Get to the joke. I have a never before seen photo of Red Bar Radio. Mm-hmm. I think this has been seen before. Scars Club members,
Good
definitely.
point.
Yeah, like
But he
even
called
the
it his
setup was
dad.
stupid. Yeah,
He said it was
he
his
got him
dad.
good. Got him good with that.
Your dad's a loser, and my dad could beat up your dad.
And I don't want to tell Aaron how to do comedy, because as he'll let us know, I don't know either. But maybe don't sell it so hard. If he was dry with this stuff, it would be more interesting. I've never seen like Colin Quinn or someone on Weekend Update who are just like, hey, what, you guys ready to see this photo? It's this. You know, you're like, okay, by this time, like, we're kind of annoyed.
But even when you do that, it's funny. He sounds pissed.
Yeah, well, there's probably some rage issues. It's a good point.
Look at that. Look at how happy he looks. He's a little sheepish boy staring up at his dad.
All right, the joke's over. That's the other thing, too.
Crud.
That's the other thing, too. Like, he doesn't understand that, like, the joke was the visual.
Yep.
Hollywood admit it. David Spade did this brilliantly. He would set something up, and the visual comes up, or John Oliver. And there's a lot of people who do this very well. Boop, pops up, and moving on. You don't just go, can you believe what he looks like in that photo, too? You're like, yeah, moving on, man. We get it. Either it worked or it didn't.
His verbal equivalent of
Correct. Yeah, he's just filling time and proud of himself.
And I hate to be nitpicky, but I spend a lot of time on camera and self-tapes. This guy doesn't know what his eye line is. He hasn't decided whether he's supposed to be pretending to look at the people in his room that are there, you know, his cohorts, or whether he's speaking to the audience that's at Hackamania, so his eyes are just wild and all over the place.
His dad looks pretty disappointed, but you would too if you raised a 400-pound closeted homosexual. Look.
Okay, so in Aaron's mind, gay is the worst thing you could be. But
That's why he's so pissed.
a second
Wow.
but a second ago, his wife was a baby. But now he's a closeted homosexual, so he's just like, I don't want people to know I'm homosexual, so I'll just fuck kids instead. So that no one knows. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thinking there. It doesn't even make
I only
sense.
fuck gay babies.
And his dad's only a few years older than him, so it's a fucked up family life to begin with.
What's the B in LGBT?
Bacon.
You raised a 400-pound closeted homosexual. Look, the point, we're not here to make fun of people. We're not here to say mean, terrible, awful things. We're here to celebrate. After all, Hackamania is a celebration. For God's sakes, Carl Heberger is there. From who are the round of applause for Carl. I am so glad he's there. And you know, Carl, always a professional in fine form. Carl doing what he does best, watching other people be funny. You got to be fair. There's nobody better. There's no.
He almost did it the right way. So I was proud of him for a second because he said it dry, and he just stopped. But then he couldn't help himself. He had to tag it with nonsense that didn't add to the joke at all, and just repeated what he already said.
Carl doing what he does best, watching other people be funny. You got to be fair. There's nobody better.
That was the best joke he could come up with for me. Oh, all right. I mean, I'm sure he didn't spend a lot of time on this, but
Nobody better. Dick Masterson is there. I really don't have anything against Dick. I have to say we've never really
no. In fact, you like what comes out of them. Oh, I don't want to step on his setup here. Let me back that up a little bit. My bad.
I really don't have anything against Dick. I have to say we've never really we've DM'd once. We haven't really spoken much. I did want to congratulate him, Dick Masterson. A baby and a wedding. Congratulations to Dick. Dick, of course, married to 80s girl, which, if you take away the 0, is Patrick Melton's favorite age for a partner. This is ridiculous. I let Vito talk me into us. All right.
Adam, thoughts on that joke?
Nope.
So
He just buried the word. There's just so many words in there. It's they're afraid of silence, so they just got to keep talking.
Tom Myers is like, trim the fat.
80s girl, if you divide that by 10 and you add 2, that's kind of the age that Patrick's into. Like, whoa.
Does anybody have a pen? Do they have calculators at the comedy clubs?
He's a PDF file, guys, remember?
There's one more guest of honor at this event, and that is my old friend, but I like to refer to us as tunnel buddies. Nick Rekieta is there. Round of applause for Nick Rekieta, my brother in cuckitude. You know,
See, this is a thing, and we got into this, obviously, over the weekend and yesterday's show, but Aaron doesn't understand how cucks work. He kept saying that Nick's a cuck, and now he's like brothers in cuckitude. There's a bull and there's a cuck, Aaron. And from all of the evidence, you were the cuck. He was the bull. He laid between 2 women. You laid on the edge of the bed next to one.
In the wet spot.
He's the bull. You're the cuck. But let's play along because that's gonna probably set up whatever this joke is.
For Nick Rekieta, my brother in cuckitude. You know, everybody thinks that Nick and I hate each other. We don't. It's all a show. In fact, I feel so stupid. There was a gift bag that Nick asked me to send to him to Las Vegas. He asked me to ship it to Las Vegas. He didn't want to bring it with him through the airport. I thought I'd show you the gift. I'm really sorry. I don't know why he wanted these things.
Get to it.
But I just, they've been sitting right here. The first one is a bottle of NyQuil. I'm not really sure why anyone would need.
Especially because they sell it at the casino. I mean, he takes so long to get to these gags.
Because he's so proud.
I mean, guys, I've got to tell you, I'm doing this thing, and I got a thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this thing, and wait till you see this thing I'm going to do. Do it.
This one was weird, too. I don't know. I think Nick maybe has a dirty laptop or something there because it's a multi-purpose duster. I don't know why a guy would need that. Like I said, you're on vacation. You don't really need to be on your computer, but then again, how are you going to angrily tweet at Kurt at 3 a.m? And finally, this was the weirdest one. He asked me for, and I quote, a jar of clean piss. I don't know why he would,
No. Yeah, joke's on him.
Oh, that is, I don't know how clean that would have been. But sorry, buddy. I apologize. I would have got that stuff to you. I hope it doesn't put you in a bind. I'm sure most of that stuff you can find on the strip. There is one thing I cannot send to Nick. There's one thing that I'm pretty sure if I sent it to Nick, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. It's just once it's not ready yet. Hold on. Let me just I have to put it on my cell phone.
I remember when this was happening live, I'm just like, oh my God, we all know what you're doing right now. I even predicted the tag on this one.
Sorry about that. That's that's a lot. Let's separate that out like that. Let's see if
Blind
we
Mike
can
could
show
see
it
this
there.
coming.
That's there you go.
We got it.
That
Lines of
this
code.
is what Nick calls pussy lines. I'm not. I don't want to bust you up. I don't.
Pussy lines. It worked on your wife.
Yeah.
We're talking about having zero self-awareness. Yeah, this is what he uses to get like hot chicks to sleep with him. Yep.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Fucking idiot. You might want to stop bringing that up. Makes you look bad.
I'm not. I don't want to bust you up. I don't want to get you in any trouble. So. Oh my God. He's right. I never was really very good at that. I'm really sorry, Nick. I got that from your daughter's stash. I hope that.
That one I saw coming a mile away. It's like, oh, I know what this is going to be.
I hope that doesn't.
Ooh, did you see that look he just gave the camera? Like, gotcha, bitch. He felt really good about himself after that daughter line. Look at this look. This is him going.
Yeah, your boy's done all right.
Yeah, he's staring into his soul right here. Like, yeah, man, I'm getting the last fucking laugh, aren't I?
That from your daughter's stash. I hope that.
Ooh.
I hope that doesn't. I
Whoa.
didn't. See, now I feel like I'm not welcome anymore.
You should feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's how you should feel.
Start with that.
You should feel like you should have edited this or taken another take on it or something. Watch it back and go, if I was at this event where people like to clown me, would this be the thing that I want them all watching?
I feel like nobody wants me there. You know what? I know when I've worn out my welcome. You guys are there to party. You're there to talk shit about me. It's no fun to talk shit about me when I'm sitting right here. I just want to say to the audience, all 14 of you that are there at Hackamania, I know a lot of you see me as the devil. I know a lot of you see me as the bad guy. And I know that I felt a lot of animosity, and I've poked at you and I've prodded at you as well. And it's...
Oh, God, he's taking so much credit. He thinks so highly of himself.
And so much time.
I know. It takes
And do you see what
fucking
he's
ever.
doing with that Sharpie? He's pretty much jerking it off.
Well,
and then poking it at us and then switching
he's
hands.
very nervous with his hands. He always has to be doing stuff and playing with stuff, and this is no exception. He's not a comfortable boy
No.
when he does these things. He's not comfortable with it. But I'm sure that all 14 of you got a big laugh in the packed room that was watching this.
It's not very nice, and there's enough meanness here to start a small war. So I just want to leave by saying this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I hope every single one of you there this weekend gets AIDS mixed with cancer and dies rotting from the asshole out. Vito, thank you very much for this opportunity. Hackamania, have a great rest of your weekend. Another win for the toe.
He sucks at roast jokes.
Yeah.
And everything else.
No, he's really bad at roast jokes though. Like his delivery's not good. I was watching Adam's face on that last one. You saw him revving up for that joke. You saw it a mile away. I just want to say this from the bottom of my heart to all you fine folks.
I bet it's going to be nice.
Oh, it wasn't. It was the opposite of nice.
Boom! Second encore. I mean, it's AIDS hasn't been the worst thing you can wish on someone for decades. It is,
And also calling someone gay is also not what it used to be.
it's not an insult at all. Only to you, personally.
Only in
Steel
Minnesota. In rural Minnesota, these are like, oof, crazy shit.
I'm willing to guess even there he's like very backwards. And
Oh, that's true.
Hit the like button.
A lot of Doom boys out there.
fuck off, dude.